Back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a ride on the R7, which has brand new shoes, by the way. Brand new shoes. Michelin Power 6s, and that's why it's been sitting, because it needed shoes. But we're going to be taking a ride on the R7, and we're going to be chatting about Florida's new speeding laws. Ruh-roh. Let's go. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, to hit the subscribe, do the things that help me out as I grow this YouTube channel. And if you are here from one of my other platforms, thank you. We just hit 100,000 followers on Instagram, so that's cool. And I appreciate you coming over here. And now, today's video. So before we start the video, let's preface this by saying this, as far as I know, only applies to Florida. So if you're not in Florida, enjoy the riding, enjoy the yapping, but you may want to look up your own traffic laws. But as of July 1st, which is right now by the time this video comes out, Florida will have passed a super speeder amendment or an adjustment to the law around speeding. Now, everybody knows that right now, excessive speed, you know, things like 40, 50 plus miles an hour over the speed limit right now, usually lands you immediate bike impoundment, car impoundment, license revoked, like the whole 9 yards. You can get your license suspended, tons of points, fines. You can even be arrested. You can be arrested for reckless driving at those speeds. But now, Florida has made it that as of July the 1st, 50 miles an hour over, or, this is the big caveat, or 100 miles an hour. So anything 100 miles an hour plus. So even if the speed limit is only 70, if you're going 100 in Florida, it is an immediate $500 fine, and or up to possibly 30 days in jail. Okay? And that also includes obviously the bike being impounded, losing your license, etc. So the or and up to are the big ones at the 100 mile an hour mark, because before it was just excessive speed. So whatever the officer deemed to be reckless, excessive, whatever that might be, that was worthy of getting the bike impounded, having you lose your license, and just depending on the severity of how he wanted to do that, you could end up, either needing to tow the bike, it being towed, you needing to get a ride, somebody else needing to come get it, right? So all of those things compound depending on the discretion of the officer. But now it is completely within their reasonable and lawful rights to not only issue you that $500 fine for super speeding, but it can land you up to 30 days in jail. 30 days in jail for speeding. That's something. I don't really know how I feel about it, actually. I'm all for, the laws being the laws. I think that speed limits in general, like right now I'm going 47, the speed limit's 40. So technically, I'm speeding right now, 49. I think that's pretty arbitrary, right? Like that number is pretty arbitrary. I feel pretty safe. I'm talking, there's nobody around, it's Sunday morning. That 49, 50 miles an hour in a 40 zone is pretty arbitrary. And the reason I think that it's very subjective and arbitrary in general is because there could be an officer right here in this parking lot. He sees me going 49. He could pull me over and give me a ticket technically, right? Because I am in violation of the law. He could give me a ticket, a speeding ticket. It says speed limit 40. However, another officer working a different shift, sitting in the same place, will see me go by at 57 maybe in a 40, not even bat an eye. Maybe he doesn't care, maybe, whatever it might be. His discretion allows him to hand out the tickets for the speeding and the speeding limits, those speeding violations, right, at his discretion. So that's why speeding in general, I think, is like, who who makes up the number, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I know who makes up the number. I'm saying, like, 1 mile an hour, 2, 7, 10, 15 on a highway, like 20 on a highway, whatever it is, like over the speed limit. Now, back to the law and the super speeder law. Maybe it's discretionary still. It does seem to say that the wording is up to and or, right? So the officer, again, with discretion, you could get pulled over for doing 101 in a 70. That's 31 miles an hour over. Technically, that is enough for reckless driving. That's excessive speed. However, officer doesn't have to. So what do you think? I'm going to make this nice and short. I want a discussion. We're going to chat about what you think the implications of those kinds of speed limit enforcement. Possibly ending up in jail for super speed. I think that, again, excessive speed, 50 miles an hour over the speed limit, that's a lot. If it's a 70 and you're doing 120, I mean, you know, what do they say? If you can't do the time, don't do the crime, or something along those lines. But anyways, what do you think about this new law in Florida that's just been passed and, you know, possibly having jail time attached to your speeding ticket? Let me know. And of course, thanks for watching, and until next time, be safe.